I think I've seen enough of the world to realize Thailand's the best place to live.
What are the strong motivations to actually learn Thai?
It's kind of like putting on like glasses.
If you're a single guy learning how to flirt with Thai girls, like this is like a power, like this is magic. Yo, what is up guys? I'm here with my good friend. This is Mike Yu. He's also a content creator here in Thailand, and in this video we're going to be talking about Thailand. You're very good at Thai, so we're going to be talking about why you should actually try to learn Thai and kind of give some tips and just talk about Thailand in general. Yeah, so do you want to give yourself an intro?
Alright, so hello everyone, my name's Mike. I'm a British born Chinese living in Thailand for 2 years now, and I make content in Thailand.
You've been here for 2 years.
Yep.
Yeah. And do you see yourself living here like forever?
Oh yeah, that would be the dream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as I can.
As long as you can.
As the home base anyway.
You don't feel like you've been kind of tired of Thailand now? Because, you know, people go through the honeymoon phase and you've already lived here for a while, so...
So you know what, Bull? I was actually traveling for 5 years before this, and I think I've seen enough of the world to realize Thailand's the best place to live.
What makes it the best place to live?
I mean, well, I'm originally from the UK, right? And I would say it beats UK in every single sense. So, you know, everyone says that the food, the people, the culture, the housing, the affordability of living, also the opportunities as well. It's all perfect for me actually, and can't really complain actually. Even the weather, everyone says it's too hot, but for me, I come from rainy UK.
Yeah.
This is perfect for me.
So out of all the countries you've been to, you've never thought like, wow, I could live here. I could live here more than Thailand.
No, actually,
Really?
no. Yeah, every time I travel, I'm gonna come back. Yeah, I'm like, spent like 3 or 4 days in another country. I'm like, kittung Thai.
See, I mean, you've been to 40 countries, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, I mean, you had to have some like runner-ups, right? Like,
Yeah, I would say for living, probably like Taiwan would be cool. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, maybe like Vietnam too.
where in Vietnam?
Probably
Ho Chi Minh?
Da Nang.
Da Nang, yeah, I love
Yeah,
Da Nang.
Ho Chi
Yeah.
Minh. Yeah, but also, I don't think they come close to Thailand because the infrastructure and the people are way nicer.
You
for
mean
me
like
personally.
Bangkok specifically?
Yeah.
Right? Out of all my friends, I think you probably speak Thai the best, or probably the second best. Number one goes to Patty.
Okay.
Thai Talk with Patty. He's absolutely fluent.
I'll take number 2.
Yeah. So I'm gonna speak a little bit of Thai. I'll have some subtitles, and if any Thai audiences watching this, you can hear Mike. You can understand his fluency. So ลองดูนะครับ ทำไมคุณพูดภาษาไทยเก่งมากเลย
เพราะว่าอยู่ที่ไทยนานครับ
ไม่ได้นานมาก2 ปีไม่ได้นานมาก
สอง
ครับ
พี่แล้วแบบเมื่อก่อนผมเรียน1 พี่ที่เชียงใหม่ครับแบบเรียนประมาณ 3-4 ครั้ง1 อาทิตย์ก็มีเพื่อนสนิทเป็นคนไทยแล้วก็ตอนนี้ก็เรียนภาษาไทยแบบ2-3 ชั่วโมง1 อาทิตย์
ที่ออนไลน์สคูล
ใช่ครับที่ iTalki ไม่ได้สปอนเซอร์นะ
ไม่ใช่สปอนเซอร์นะ
แต่จริงๆแนะนำ iTalki มาก
Okay, so starting back to English, what are the strong motivations to actually learn Thai? You know, because you've only been here for 2 years. You could speak probably better than 90% of foreigners here, and they've been here for a lot longer than you. Yeah, what are your personal reasons, like motivations to learn Thai?
I mean, it just makes your whole life easier, right? You can hear what everyone's saying. You can go out by yourself and order food. You can call the Grab driver. I mean, you can even like do business here. It just makes everything easier. It's kind of like putting on like glasses, you know. As a foreigner, when you're here, I feel like you're quite limited if you're like in like a rural area, or if you're not in an expat bubble. You're like limited on like how much you can do by yourself without needing like your Thai
Yeah.
girlfriend's help.
Yeah, or Google Translate.
Yeah, or Google like fiddling with like the Google Translate
Yeah.
for 5 minutes. As soon as you can speak the language, it opens all the doors and you can just live life like a Thai person.
I see. And you mentioned like putting on glasses. Like, do you think it's like looking at Thailand, like the real Thailand, when you actually learn the language?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you can understand like what everyone's saying. Like when you're walking on the street, you know, you can hear people like gossiping about you. If you have like a Thai boyfriend or girlfriend, you can speak to the parents. You can actually forge deeper connections with like Thai people. You can even do business here if you're here long term. I mean, I think everything is really enhanced once you speak Thai. and my perspective of Thailand completely changed as soon as I can start like understanding and speaking Thai. Even not even at like 100% level, even at like a 50% level, your life like improves dramatically, I would say.
Yeah. See, and they also kind of respect you more too, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I
Yeah.
think even if you speak it like without the correct grammar or like speak it with a weird accent, they actually enjoy it and they appreciate you much more because like you're taking the time out to actually learn their culture and language. Like just imagine if someone goes to your country and you're making them speak your language and they have no idea what's going on and you're kind of fiddling around with the Google Translate, stalling like the interaction. I mean, Thai people are very patient and very welcoming, but just imagine like that if that was in your home country and you can kind
Yeah.
of understand like the kind of inconveniences.
That's a
But
good
like I
point.
said, Thai people are very welcoming and I don't think they find it very annoying, but I think they would appreciate it way more if you was to
Hmm.
speak some Thai.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree too. Like when I first started learning Thai, I feel like I could understand the Thai way of thinking a lot more and the Thai humor and then the Thai values and just kind of like not see it from a foreigner perspective where it's kind of naive and you think that like oh all everybody in Thailand is so nice like everybody in they're so hospitable like but see them actually who as kind of who they are like how they actually think um, and yeah you can just be able to connect with them and build rapport with them and it's just such a nice feeling like when you're ordering food and then they sayคุณพูดภาษาไทยเก่งมากเลย like คุณมาจากที่ไหน and then I'm like oh มาจากเกาหลีนะครับ just like a little rapport with these locals. It's an awesome feeling.
Yeah,
And
even if you like say like ผมชื่อ Mike ผมมาจากประเทศอังกฤษผมเป็นคนจีน even if you say like small sentences they're like oh my gosh wow
yeah,
that's so
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Like you speak like the most basic Thai, and they're like, "You're so good at Thai." Like, yeah, I see. What do you say would be like some very strong motivations to actually learn Thai? Because I know like a lot of my audience and a lot of people in Thailand in general, they don't learn any Thai because they argue that they don't even need to learn Thai. It's like because if you live in Sukhumvit, most people know English. Most of your friends are probably expats. It's like really, you really don't need to know Thai. Like, so what would be the motivation to actually try to learn Thai?
It would 100% broaden your experience in Thailand. I mean, most of the foreigners that I know in Thailand, they kind of keep in their own expat bubble, stay in the same areas, Ekamai, Tonglo, Asok, hang out with the same like expat people. But come on, we're in this beautiful tropical country. I think I would say it's a bit of a wasted opportunity if you don't get out your uncomfort zone and like try and speak Thai and try and forge like new connections with Thai people, because like we can all speak English back at home. Why not try something new here?
That's a good
And
point.
and that could lead to so many beautiful like relationships or experiences.
Yeah. So you think the number one way? So you think the number one way it's improved your life is like the relationships, the connections. That's
Yeah.
number one. Yeah.
Because now like I speak some Thai. Most of my good friends are Thai,
Mm.
and I've been able to do a lot of more business here because I know Thai too. So even if you're an introvert and you don't want to make new friends, think of it from like a business perspective or a relationship perspective or friendship perspective or even like convenience. There's so many like positives to this.
Yeah, like when I first came to Thailand for 1 year, I didn't know any Thai. I never really tried to learn Thai, and then I had two very strong motivations to actually start learning. One was seeing my foreigner friends. We had a whole huge foreigner friend circle. He'd go to the bar, he'd like flirt with these Thai girls in perfect Thai. He'd have banter and rapport and make the tuk-tuk driver laugh. Speaking in Thai, and we're just looking at like, this is like a power, like this is a magic. And because we can't do any of that. So I was super impressed by that. And then I also had a Thai. Currently I have a Thai girlfriend, 2 years now, very serious, and it's like wow, she's not fluent in English. There's gonna be so much miscommunication, and if I could actually learn Thai, I could connect with her that much deeper. And then also like, if I ever meet my Thai girlfriend's parents and I'm not even able to speak any Thai with them, I would just personally, I would feel like shameful. I feel embarrassed. Like, wow, this girl is potentially, I'm gonna marry her. They're gonna come to my wedding. I might see them often, and I can't say anything to them. It's like, I mean, I'm not here to judge anybody, but this is how I think, you know, like I'm here in a long run. Like if you're here for a holiday, here for a year or two, you don't absolutely need to learn Thai, but if you're here for good, right? You know, they should.
Yeah, yeah. Like if you're here for 1 or 2 months, okay, just learn the Saudi cap, Kopun cap. But
Yeah.
if you're here for 1, 2, 3 years, yeah, I think it is necessary, guys.
Even for 1 to 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you just
I mean, I know it's much more beneficial, but like, it's not like they have.
I mean,
I don't
like
know. What do you think?
like there's different levels to it. I'm not saying you have to. Well, I'm not saying you should do anything you want, but at least learn some words.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
get by. Like เลี้ยวซ้ายเลี้ยวขวา
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I need
Basics.
how like yeah.
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 Definitely learn the basics. So speaking of which, what are some like top tips you'd give to like actually learning Thai? Because most people don't start because they think it's way too difficult, but surprisingly, Thai is actually not as difficult as it seems. So yeah, what are the tips?
I would say set attainable goals. So, for example, when I first started learning Thai, it was like learn 100 words within 2 months. And I would think of it as a marathon, not a sprint, because learning language is not easy, and any new language to master takes years. I've been learning Thai for 2 years and I'm still not fluent. So I say like make your goal realistic and something that you can attain in like a marathon manner. Um,
So when you say 100 words, like how do you apply that practically? Like, do you mean like kind of give a step by step, like?
So, for example, I would use like methods such as like italki, where you could find like a private tutor for like $3 or $4 an hour.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. And that was like a game changer for me because I was able to like take lessons from the comfort of my home, just on my laptop, and study for like a really cheap price. And also like immersion. If you're not in an environment where you're not speaking Thai that much, you have like movies, music, like online apps like Hello Talk where you can meet Thai people online too. So being in an environment where you're always like listening to Thai, I think that helps a lot.
See.
Yeah.
Do you recommend people learn how to read and write Thai first, like the alphabet, before they actually like?
Personally, for me, I think learning to speak and listen is the best way to go.
Yep.
Because
100%.
when you're like no one really writes Thai now, right?
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah.
be typing at most, or you could even voice note it and then it like translates to Thai. So say like speaking and listening is the best option because if you start learning to read, to write, to listen, to speak, it's so like it seems like so far away. But if you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm just gonna focus on speaking,
Yep.
and then like listening, and it makes it much easier and it makes it much more attainable.
Yeah, for sure. Like, especially the alphabet, it's one of the most complex in the world. And even to this day, I still can't read or write anything. But I mean, I don't really need to, I think it's my girlfriend calling me. Yep. Yeah, what we were saying about, yeah, I still haven't learned how to read and write, and it's not absolutely required. Reading and writing only helps you with the pronunciation and to actually like analyze the pronunciation, I think. But yeah, for me, I think the best way is to learn practical phrases like how much is this? Spicy, little spicy, or like I'll order this, I'll take this to take away, I'll eat here. Like learning practical phrases like that and then just collecting them in your pocket and then collecting like all these phrases, all these words in your pocket, that's the most practical way, I think. Like not learning like vocabulary and then trying to formulate sentences with perfect grammar. Learning little phrases like "Yindi tidai rujak," like "nice to meet you." You don't have to learn each individual word like "yin," "di," "ti." You don't have to learn individually. Just learn these little phrases, and then I think that's a pretty practical tip.
Yeah, I would also say like kind of analyze your life in Thailand. If you go out to eat a lot, I think those would be very useful. But just think of like words that you would like use a lot and then try and like remember those words and then use them, and then like over time you'll know like which which is the correct way to say it and which is like the incorrect. You'll learn very fast
Mhm.
because you see from like the the seller or the waiter's reaction.
Yeah.
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 And I would say just don't be afraid because Thai people are very welcoming, and even if you get it wrong, no one's gonna go ha 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 you got it wrong. They're gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh, well done for trying, and
Yeah, 100%.
yeah.
Yeah, and another thing, I try to make Thai as fun as possible learning, like, because it's definitely fun if you can learn how to banter with Thai people, like, and like if you're a single guy learning how to flirt with Thai girls, like oh, soy mak, soy mak jang, like, and then just kind of, I'd say that could be a motivation, having some real fun with it, because all the Thai people would be so impressed, so shocked that you know Thai, like. Do you have any tips for like kind of how it could be fun? Like, because a lot of people think Thai is like a chore, like, oh, it's so exhausting.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think, like you said, maybe talking to some beautiful ladies could help.
Or men,
Oh
for
man.
the ladies watching,
Yeah.
or the
Even
gays.
even even like language meets, and I know you went to one recently too.
Yeah,
They
the
could
language
be
exchange.
they
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
really fun because a lot of Thai people are wanting to learn English too,
Yep.
and you guys listening want to learn Thai too, so it could be beneficial to both. You could go to these. What are those language meets called? Do you want to recommend it?
There's one called Pasa. I go there every now and then too. They're not sponsored. None of this video is sponsored. Yeah, it's called Pasa Language Meetup. They're in Bangkok. They meet like twice a month, or 4 times a month. And yeah, it's like 70% Thai people, 30% foreigners, and yeah, they're so nice. Like it's a good way to meet people. Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
very fun.
There you go.
Hmm.
70% Thai people. So if you're an expat or a foreigner living in Thailand, you can meet a new friend and also learn Thai at the same time.
So to wrap this video up, you'd say life is very different, right, from knowing Thai and not learning Thai, and it's mainly because of like relationships, connections, opportunities.
100%. And like I said, because I've been here for 2 years now, I'm not like a noob. I'm not a foreigner. No, I'm not.
Tourist.
I'm not like a tourist anymore. And I live here. I'm like,
Yeah.
paying my taxes here. I'm like, I've got a work permit now. I'm like really
Nice.
settling in here.
Nice,
And
nice.
I don't want to be like a inconvenience to like I want to be a contributing member to society. I want to be like a local. I want to order for myself independently. I want to do things for myself. I want to take decisions. I want to be a contributing member of society. And I think, we, like, I don't want to judge again, but like, I don't want to be that guy. Like, can you help me with this? Like, can you translate this? Help, help. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be like, a. I want to be like, function like a. I just want to be doing stuff independently. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
And like now, I think I'm at that stage. It just feels like I can do anything independently here.
Yeah.
If I want to do business with someone here, I can. If I want to, chat someone up on the street, I can. If I want to, talk about business and like close the deal, yeah, I can do it in Thai now. It's just like, you know, there's no like kind of restrictions almost in a
Yeah.
way. So I'd say like, if you do want to get to that next level, I'd say learning Thai would change your life.
Yeah, it definitely opens up the whole new world, right?
And also, yes, it might take a few years, but once you have that skill set of learning Thai, that's with you forever.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, that's it, yeah.
And if you go, say you're not in Thailand anymore, you go to America or like UK and you order at a Thai restaurant in Thai, dude, that's so cool, man.
Yeah.
It's really
yeah.
cool.
Actually, I remember like my first year living in Thailand, I had went back to America and then I met some Thai people at this like random bar and it was like the most fun like I've ever had. Like I was just like speaking Thai with them, just so much rapport. I was like, "Oh, kun putภาษา Thai ได้เหรอ?" Like and we're just like, yeah, it was just really on a deeper connection. And that's what I mean, guys. Like, try to make it as fun as possible. Otherwise, it's like a chore. Otherwise, it feels like homework and school all over again. You want to eliminate the boredom from it as much as possible, and like, yeah, and really find out your strong motivations to actually why you want to learn Thai. And similar to what Mike said, like my motivation is, yeah, I want to be independent. Like, I don't want to have to depend on my Thai girlfriend or my Thai friend or Google Translate to speak on behalf of me. Like, I want to be my own person and communicate effectively, and yeah, and be independent, but again, this video is not to criticize anybody who doesn't like want to learn Thai or doesn't know any Thai, because I 100% understand it's can seem daunting to actually take a step to learn. So yeah, do you have any like closing thoughts or like?
Thanks, guys, for watching this video. Similar to Paul, I don't want to judge or like put any, judgment on anyone, but if you do if you are serious about moving to Thailand, I would say just, put in like 1 hour, 2 hours a week learning Thai. Enjoy the process and see your life change after you learn a bit of Thai.
Yep. And even though this wasn't sponsored, I know you also teach Thai, right? You have a community where you teach Thai.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to tell the people about it a little bit?
Okay, yeah, so, oh, thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
This wasn't planned, by the way. Like, yeah.
yeah, so I know how challenging it is to learn Thai. I've been there myself, being so daunted by the language, all the tones, all the, weird pronunciations. So I partnered with my school to actually write a book, a 145-page book on how to learn Thai in 15 days. You won't get fluent by that, but you'll be able to, go out and converse confidently using the book and the video course that I'm launching too. So yeah, I think that could be a valuable resource, or things like I said, italki, or language meets. So anything that works for you guys, because language is very different for everyone. For everyone, growing up in the UK, I was actually like a C grade student. I would try so hard, but it would never work for me. But when you find your own way to learn, I think there's always a way, but you have to do it your way. So,
Yeah.
like I said, there's no set way. Just whatever you feel comfortable, just do it.
Yep. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it motivated you and kind of gave you some tips on how to actually learn Thai. I'll have Mike's information down in the description. Appreciate you guys for watching this video. Follow me on Instagram. Join my Thailand community. Links are in the description. And I'll see you in the next video.